Albert Einstein was born in Ulm, in the Kingdom of Württemberg in the German Empire, on 14 March 1879. His parents, secular Ashkenazi Jews, were Hermann Einstein, a salesman and engineer, and Pauline Koch. In 1880, the family moved to Munich's borough of Ludwigsvorstadt-Isarvorstadt, where Einstein's father and his uncle Jakob founded Elektrotechnische Fabrik J. Einstein and C., a company that manufactured electrical equipment based on direct current. Albert attended a Catholic elementary school in Munich from the age of 5. When he was 8, he was transferred to the Luitpold Gymnasium, where he received advanced primary and then secondary school education. In 1894, Hermann and Jacob's company tendered for a contract to install electric lighting in Munich, but without success. They lacked the capital that would have been required to update their technology from direct current to the more efficient, alternating current alternative. The failure of their bid forced them to sell their Munich factory and search for new opportunities elsewhere. The Einstein family moved to Italy, first to Milan and a few months later to Pavia, where they settled in Palazzo Cornazzani. Einstein, then 15, stayed behind in Munich in order to finish his schooling. His father wanted him to study electrical engineering, but he was a fractious pupil who found the gymnasium's regimen and teaching methods far from congenial. He later wrote that the school's policy of strict rote learning was harmful to creativity. At the end of December 1894, a letter from a doctor persuaded the Luitpold's authorities to release him from its care, and he joined his family in Pavia. While in Italy as a teenager, he wrote an essay entitled, On the Investigation of the State of the Ether in a Magnetic Field. Einstein excelled at physics and mathematics from an early age, and soon acquired the mathematical expertise normally only found in a child several years his senior. He began teaching himself algebra, calculus and Euclidean geometry when he was 12. He made such rapid progress that he discovered an original proof of the Pythagorean theorem before his 13th birthday. A family tutor, Max Talmud, said that only a short time after he had given the 12-year-old Einstein a geometry textbook, the boy had worked through the whole book. He thereupon devoted himself to higher mathematics. Soon the flight of his mathematical genius was so high I could not follow. Einstein recorded that he had mastered integral and differential calculus while still just 14. His love of algebra and geometry was so great that at 12, he was already confident that nature could be understood as a mathematical structure. At 13, when his range of enthusiasms had broadened to include music and philosophy, Einstein was introduced to Kant's critique of pure reason. Kant became his favorite philosopher. According to his tutor, at the time he was still a child, only 13 years old, yet Kant's works, incomprehensible to ordinary mortals, seemed to be clear to him. In 1895, at the age of 16, Einstein sat the entrance examination for the Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich, Switzerland. He failed to reach the required standard in the general part of the test, 33, but performed with distinction in physics and mathematics. On the advice of the Polytechnic's principal, he completed his secondary education at the Argovian Cantonal School, a gymnasium, in Aarau, Switzerland, graduating in 1896. While lodging in Aarau with the family of Jost Winteler, he fell in love with Winteler's daughter, Marie. His sister, Maha, later married Winteler's son Paul. In January 1896, with his father's approval, Einstein renounced his citizenship of the German Kingdom of Württemberg in order to avoid conscription into military service. The Matura graduation for the successful completion of higher secondary schooling, awarded to him in the September of that year, acknowledged him to have performed well across most of the curriculum, allotting him a top grade of 6 for history, physics, algebra, geometry, and descriptive geometry. At 17, he enrolled in the 4-year mathematics and physics teaching diploma program at the Federal Polytechnic School. Marie Winteler, a year older than him, took up a teaching post in Olsberg, Switzerland. The 5 other Polytechnic school freshmen following the same course as Einstein included just one woman, a 20-year-old Serbian, Mileva Maric. Over the next few years, the pair spent many hours discussing their shared interests and learning about topics in physics that the Polytechnic school's lectures did not cover. In his letters to Maric, Einstein confessed that exploring science with her by his side was much more enjoyable than reading a textbook in solitude. Eventually the two students became not only friends but also lovers. Historians of physics are divided on the question of the extent to which Maric contributed to the insights of Einstein's Annus Mirabilis publications. There is at least some evidence that he was influenced by her scientific ideas, but there are scholars who doubt whether her impact on his thought was of any great significance at all. If you liked this video, then please subscribe this YouTube channel.